Gentlemen, if you're over 60 and your erections have become soft, unreliable, or even completely disappeared, this might be the most important message you hear all year. Because the truth is, your performance isn't just fading with age, it's being strangled silently by something you can fix. Not with pills, not with surgery, but with a simple drink. One natural formula you can make in under a minute that sends blood rushing exactly where it's needed and helps restore the kind of rock-hard erections you haven't felt in years. Now, if you don't know me, I'm Shi Heng. I've spent over 2 decades as a men's health specialist, helping thousands of men reclaim their strength, their confidence, and their intimacy without risky medications. I'm here to tell you, your body still works. You just need to give it the right support. Here's what most men get wrong. They think low testosterone is the issue, but the real problem is poor circulation. If blood isn't reaching the penis fast and fully, it doesn't matter how much testosterone you have. Fortunately, there's a natural way to unlock your body's own blood-boosting power, and it starts with 4 everyday ingredients hiding in your kitchen right now. Stay with me because in just a moment, I'll walk you through this 1-minute drink that's helping men over 60 experience firmer erections, stronger performance, and a level of confidence they thought was long gone. Before we dive in, if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a powerful tip designed to help you feel strong, confident, and in control again. If this message speaks to you, type 1 in the comments. If it doesn't, type 0 and let me know how I can make this even more helpful for you. Alright, let's get into the first ingredient, the one that forms the foundation of this entire formula. It's not a pill, it's not exotic, and chances are you've walked past it in the grocery store without realizing the power it holds. I'm talking about beets, nature's ultimate circulation booster. It all begins with one unlikely root vegetable that unlocks blood flow like nothing else. Years ago, one of my students, Robert, a 66-year-old retired firefighter, came to me frustrated and defeated. He said, "Shi Heng, I still love my wife. I still want her, but my body just won't respond the way it used to." I've heard that story too many times to count, and I knew exactly where to start. Not with pills, not with hormones, but with beets. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Beets, really? But hear me out. Beets are more than just a salad topping. They're one of nature's most powerful tools for older men who want to reclaim their strength where it matters most. Packed with natural nitrates, beets help your body create nitric oxide, a molecule that relaxes and opens up blood vessels, letting blood rush through your system with ease. When blood flow improves, everything changes. Erections become firmer and more reliable, energy levels rise, even brain clarity improves, because your entire body is being oxygenated the way it was meant to. Robert tried the beet-based drink I'm about to show you, and within days, he told me he felt the difference. I had more energy, I felt more alive, and yeah, things were working better down there too, he said. Beets also support your heart, reduce blood pressure, fight inflammation, and help detox your liver. So, this isn't just about sex, it's about vitality. It's about taking back what time and stress have slowly eroded. But here's the secret most men miss. Eating beets isn't enough. You need to combine them with one simple ingredient that supercharges their effect and helps your body absorb and activate nitric oxide even faster. This next addition turns the drink from effective to unstoppable. Let me show you what it is. To unlock the full power of beets, you need one simple ingredient that makes everything work faster, stronger, and deeper. That ingredient is lemon, but not the sugary kind you find bottled on a shelf. I'm talking about real, fresh lemon. I'll be honest with you, when I first recommended this to some of my older students, they looked at me like I was crazy. Lemon? What's that got to do with anything down there? But once they tried it, they understood. They felt the shift, and so did Robert. You see, lemon isn't just a flavor booster. It's a biological amplifier. It contains high levels of vitamin C, which plays a crucial role in helping your body absorb and activate the nitrates from the beets. Without it, you're leaving results on the table. With it, you're lighting a fire. The nitric oxide effect becomes more powerful, blood vessels open more fully, circulation flows faster, and for a man over 60, that can be the difference between a hesitant response and a firm, confident erection that lasts. But it's more than just blood flow. Lemon also helps reduce inflammation, supports liver detoxification, improves hydration, and even boosts mood by lowering cortisol, the very hormone that can kill desire and performance if left unchecked. It's a small fruit with a massive impact. Robert told me after a few days on the drink, it wasn't just the bedroom. I felt sharper, happier. My wife even said my skin looked better. That's the beauty of doing things naturally. The benefits go far beyond the one goal you had in mind. And as powerful as beets and lemon are together, there's one ingredient that takes this to an entirely new level. It's a natural root that's been used for centuries to support male vitality. But modern science has finally proven just how incredible it really is. It doesn't just support blood flow, it also fires up your testosterone and calms the biggest enemy of performance, stress. Let's talk about that next. That natural root I mentioned. It's ginger, one of the most powerful yet overlooked allies for any man over 60 looking to reclaim his strength and confidence. I still remember when I first introduced ginger to one of my longtime students, Harold. He was 72, sharp-minded, full of life. But he said, "Shi Heng, my drive is gone. My performance is hit or miss, and honestly, it's embarrassing." We had already worked on circulation with beets and lemon, but when we added ginger to the mix, that's when everything shifted. Ginger is much more than a kitchen spice. It's a natural powerhouse for men. Modern research shows it can raise testosterone levels by up to 17%, and in older men, that's often the exact boost your body's been waiting for. But it's not just about testosterone. Ginger also increases luteinizing hormone, which helps your body produce its own testosterone more efficiently in a way that feels natural and stable. What makes ginger especially powerful for older men is its ability to lower cortisol. Stress is the silent killer of performance. It chokes your blood vessels, kills desire, and robs you of the very confidence that intimacy depends on. Ginger helps reverse that. It calms the nervous system, lowers inflammation, and helps your body stay in a relaxed, ready state. That's when real, lasting performance shows up, not from force, but from flow. Harold came back weeks later and said, "Shi Heng, I don't know how to explain it. I just feel like myself again." That's what ginger does. It doesn't mask the problem. It heals it at the root, literally. Now, with beets for blood flow, lemon for absorption, and ginger to awaken your hormones and silence stress, your foundation is solid. But there's one more piece that most men never think about, yet it could be the very reason your results have been inconsistent. It's not a food or a vitamin, it's something your body depends on every single day, and when it's missing, performance suffers quietly. Let me show you why. Even with all of that, stronger blood flow, better absorption, and healthier hormone support, none of it works the way it should if your body is missing one thing: deep cellular hydration. Most men don't realize how dangerous even mild dehydration can be. I had a student, Leonard, 69 years old, active, alert, doing all the right things, eating better, walking daily, even trying supplements. But still, he said, "Shi Heng, I just don't feel full strength. I'm trying, but the response isn't there." The first thing I asked him was, "How much water are you drinking?" He laughed and admitted, "Not enough." Hydration doesn't sound exciting, but it's absolutely essential. When you're even slightly dehydrated, your blood thickens, your vessels tighten, circulation slows, and for a man trying to perform, that's a silent saboteur. Your muscles don't respond as fast, your energy fades, and erections, they become inconsistent if they happen at all. That's why I recommend replacing plain water with something more potent, coconut water. It's nature's perfect hydrator, packed with electrolytes like potassium and magnesium that your body needs to stay in balance. Coconut water not only replenishes fluids, it relaxes blood vessels, supports healthy nerve signaling, and keeps your heart beating strong, all of which translate into better physical response when the moment comes. Leonard made one simple change, adding a cup of coconut water into his daily drink, and within days, his energy lifted, his skin looked better, and yes, things were working again, more naturally, more consistently. The truth is, without proper hydration, even the best nutrients can't travel where they need to go. Think of coconut water as the fuel line, keeping everything moving, flowing, delivering the support your body needs to perform at its best. Now that we've covered all 4 powerful ingredients, beets, lemon, ginger, and coconut water, it's time to bring it all together. Let me show you exactly how to combine them into one simple, potent drink you can make in under a minute. This next part is where it all becomes real. Now that you know the power of each ingredient, let me show you how to bring them together into one simple, life-changing drink you can make in less than a minute. When I first gave this recipe to one of my students, Alan, 74 years old and recovering from a rough few years, he didn't believe something so simple could do so much, but he was willing to try. He said, "Shi Heng, if it's really this easy, I've got nothing to lose." And just a week later, he told me with a big smile on his face, "I wish I had known about this 10 years ago." Here's exactly how to do it. Take 2 medium-sized beets, peel and chop them, add the juice of half a fresh lemon, slice about 1 inch of fresh ginger root, don't use powder, use the real thing, then pour in 1 cup of coconut water. Put everything in a blender and blend until smooth. If you prefer a thinner texture, you can strain it, but some men prefer it thick. It's up to you. What matters most is the freshness. The closer to nature, the more your body will respond. This drink is designed to be taken about 30 to 60 minutes before intimacy or physical activity. But what surprises most men is how they feel even hours later, more alert, more grounded, and more connected to their energy and presence. You're not forcing your body, you're supporting it, and it responds quickly when given the right tools. Alan said he felt a warm rush after drinking it, not jittery, not artificial, just alive again. That's the beauty of this formula. It doesn't just help you perform better, it helps you feel like yourself again. Now you may be wondering, what happens after you drink it? What exactly can you expect and how soon? Let's talk about that because the answer might surprise you. So what actually happens after you drink it? That's the part most men never expect, but once they feel it, they never go back. When Alan first tried the drink, he called me the next morning. He said, "I don't know what's in that thing, but I haven't felt this clear, this steady, this strong in years." And he wasn't alone. Men tell me all the time that the effects are noticeable and often surprisingly fast. Usually, within 30 to 60 minutes, you start to feel a subtle shift, a sense of warmth in the chest, arms or lower body, a quiet boost in energy, not the wired artificial kind, but something more grounded, more real, like your body is finally online again. As blood flow improves, everything starts to work better. Erections become firmer, easier to maintain, response time shortens. You're more tuned into touch, more in control of timing, more connected, not just physically, but emotionally too. That's what makes this so different from a pill. You're not just chasing a reaction, you're reclaiming a state of being. Even beyond the bedroom, men report improved mental clarity, better stamina during the day, fewer crashes in the afternoon, and a renewed sense of optimism. One student described it best when he said, "It's like my body finally remembered how to show up again." These aren't just physical changes, they're emotional ones. Because when your body works, your confidence returns. You walk differently, you carry yourself with certainty, and that energy, it's contagious. Your partner feels it, you feel it, and life feels exciting again. Now, all of this leads us to the final question. Why does this matter so much for men over 60? What makes this drink not just helpful, but absolutely essential in this chapter of your life? Let's finish strong because this last part brings it all home. This isn't just about boosting performance, it's about restoring something deeper that every man over 60 deserves to feel again. At this stage of life, most men aren't just looking for quick fixes. You've been through enough to know the difference between temporary hype and something that truly works. That's what makes this drink so powerful. It doesn't just give you a better night, it gives you a better sense of self. I remember speaking with Walter, a 70-year-old former Marine, strong, proud, but quietly carrying the weight of lost confidence. He told me, "Shi Heng, I just want to feel like a man again, like I used to, not even for anyone else, just for me." And I understood exactly what he meant. Because when you've spent a lifetime leading, building, protecting, it's hard when suddenly your body doesn't cooperate the way it once did. That's why this drink matters. It addresses the core systems aging slowly weakens. Circulation, hormones, hydration, inflammation, and gives your body the support it needs to respond with strength and clarity. You're not forcing an outcome. You're unlocking something that's still inside you, just waiting for the right signal. And yes, this is about intimacy, about sharing real connection again, but it's also about walking taller, sleeping better, feeling more alive in your skin. Walter came back after 2 weeks. He shook my hand with a grin and said, "You gave me back something I thought I'd lost forever." And he wasn't just talking about erections, he was talking about himself. So now that you understand why this works and why it matters, let's bring everything together. Because the final message I want to leave you with might just shift how you see your health, your confidence, and your future starting today. And that, gentlemen, is how one simple drink can quietly and powerfully change the way you feel, perform, and live at this stage of your life. We've covered a lot together, from the blood-boosting power of beets to the nitrate-activating effects of lemon. We added ginger to support testosterone and calm stress. We brought in coconut water to hydrate your body at the cellular level. And then, we blended it all into a drink that takes less than a minute to make but can help you feel stronger, firmer, and more in control than you felt in years. And maybe most important of all, we've talked about what this really means, not just physically but emotionally. Because the truth is, it's never just about performance. It's about feeling like yourself again. It's about walking into a room with quiet confidence. It's about knowing that even at 60, 70, or beyond, you're not done, not by a long shot. I've seen this work in real men just like you. Men who thought they were past their prime. Men who thought intimacy was behind them. Men who were ready to give up. And then, one small change reminded their bodies what they were still capable of. So, if this speaks to you, I hope you give it a try. Not because it's a miracle, but because it's a message to your body, to your confidence, to your future. A message that says, I'm still here, I still have power, and I'm not done yet. Because you're not even close. Watching Shi Heng's video on the natural drink for men over 60 left me inspired, not just by the practical recipe, but by the deeper wisdom it imparts about taking control of one's health and vitality. The message resonates far beyond the specific issue of male performance. It's a powerful reminder that our bodies, even as they age, are capable of remarkable resilience when given the right tools. Shi Heng's approach, simple, natural, and grounded in science, offers a refreshing contrast to the quick-fix culture of pills and invasive treatments. His emphasis on beets, lemon, ginger, and coconut water as tools to unlock the body's potential speaks to a universal truth. Small, intentional changes can yield profound results. What struck me most was the holistic nature of his advice. This isn't just about addressing one aspect of health. It's about restoring balance to the entire system: circulation, hormones, hydration, and stress. Shi Heng's stories of men like Robert, Harold, Leonard, Alan, and Walter, all in their 60s and 70s, highlight a common thread: the frustration of feeling disconnected from one's own strength and the joy of rediscovering it. Their experiences mirror a universal human desire to feel alive, capable, and confident, no matter the age. The video's core lesson is that aging doesn't have to mean decline. It's a call to action to listen to our bodies, support them naturally, and reject the narrative that vitality fades with time. One key takeaway is the power of simplicity. The drink takes less than a minute to prepare, using ingredients most of us already have or can easily find. Beets boost blood flow, lemon amplifies absorption, ginger reduces stress and supports hormones, and coconut water ensures hydration. This simplicity is empowering. It removes the barriers of complexity or cost that often deter action. In my own life, I'm inspired to adopt this principle beyond the drink. Whether it's eating more whole foods, setting aside time for mindfulness, or taking a daily walk, small, consistent habits can transform how I feel physically and emotionally. The video reminds me that I don't need expensive solutions or drastic changes. I just need to start where I am. Another lesson is the importance of addressing root causes rather than symptoms. Shi Heng explains that poor circulation, not just low testosterone, is often the real issue. This perspective applies broadly to life's challenges. How often do we chase surface-level fixes, whether for health, relationships, or productivity, without tackling the underlying issues? For me, this means pausing to assess what's really holding me back. If I'm feeling sluggish, is it diet, stress, or lack of movement? By identifying the root, I can make targeted changes, like prioritizing sleep or managing stress through meditation, rather than relying on temporary boosts like caffeine. The emotional impact of the video also hit home. Shi Heng's patients didn't just regain physical strength, they reclaimed confidence and a sense of self. Walter's story, wanting to feel like a man again for himself, not just others, resonates deeply. It's a reminder that health is as much about emotional well-being as physical function. I'm motivated to nurture my own confidence by setting small, achievable goals, whether it's mastering a new skill or sticking to a morning routine. These victories, however small, build a sense of agency that carries into every part of life. Finally, the video underscores the value of community and sharing knowledge. Shi Heng's call to support others by spreading this message inspires me to share what I learn with friends and family. Health isn't a solo journey. Discussing these ideas can encourage others to take charge of their well-being too. If this video resonated with you as it did with me, let's spread the word. Hit that like button to help more people discover this life-changing advice. Share it with someone who needs a boost of inspiration. Subscribe and turn on the bell so you never miss Shi Heng's powerful tips. And drop a comment. Type 1 if you're ready to try this drink or share how it's helped you, or 0 if you have questions. Your engagement could be the spark someone else needs to reclaim their strength.